What's up guys, welcome back to another Eldrazi video featuring Ugin, Eye of the Storms. So we've been having a blast playing this card in any Eldrazi deck. Today we're going to be trying it in a more colorless artifact shell. So if you haven't seen my other Eldrazi videos, we'll go over Ugin again, we'll talk about the deck, and talk about why Ugin's so good in this version. So Ugin says when you cast a spell, exile up to one target permanent that's one or more colors. So just on cast, you get to exile something. Then whenever you cast a colorless spell, you get to do that again. Exile another permanent with colors over and over again, which is why having all these cheap colorless spells is so important. So the goal of the deck is to try to get Ugin out early and then cast all your colorless spells. Its +1 lets you gain 3 life and draw a card, hopefully something to trigger Ugin. If you already have spells in hand, you can zero it, get more mana, and cast more spells that way. And then finally, as we know, the -11 should just say win the game on its own. You get to look through your entire deck, exile every single colorless spell, and cast them all for free. But enough about Ugin, let's talk about the rest of the deck. For our lands, we have a set of Darksteel Citadel. This is to help turn on Mox Opal more easily. We have a set of Temples, Ugin's Labs, and Urza Sagas. For our basics, we're running 2 islands. This is to help with the Consign to Memory in the sideboard, and for Null Drifter evoke cost. For our early turns, we have a set of Opals and Baubles. If you can help it, you really don't want to play these too early before you get down Glaring Fleshraker. This is mostly a Glaring Fleshraker deck with supporting top end. We have our Ramp with 2 Mind Stone and Talisman of Curiosity. And then our payoffs with Fleshraker, which trigger with all these cheap artifacts. Ugin, Null Drifter, all this us for board wipes. We have Devour for early filtering, a set of Chalice of the Void, Kozilek's Command, and then Emrakul for your top end. For the sideboard, we have 4 Consign to Memory. If you're a blue deck, you should definitely be playing a set of these. Eldrazi is very popular right now, and it's good against other decks like Titan and Artifact decks. We have 2 Dismember for removal, 3 Thought-Knot Seer for combo decks and hand disruption, 1 Warping Whale, very flexible counterspell for sorceries, and it can trigger Fleshraker and Ugin. Another All Is Us for board wipes, Torp Orb for ETBs, Soulless Jailer and Gravedigger's Cage for graveyard decks, and 1 Pithing Needle for activated abilities. So that is Colorless Eldrazi featuring the new Ugin, Eye of the Storms. I want to remind you guys that we are part of the MTG Creator Program, so I have lots of play points to give away to our subs. And if you're interested in becoming a YouTube channel member, you get access to cool perks like loyalty badges, cool emotes, and early access to videos like this one. And lastly, we are part of the Mana Traders Creator Program as well. So if you ever considered getting a Mana Traders account, you can save 20% on your first subscription, and all the information is in the section down below. So if you want to see more content like this and you want to win some play points, make sure to hit that subscribe button, and let's get in the gameplay. All right, we're on match 1. We're on the play. We mulligan to 6 for this hand. Hoping Chalice is going to be good enough. They play Cavern on Eldrazi, so most likely not. We draw another land. Not looking good. This is going to be Eldrazi aggro, so they're not going to care about Chalice. Play Darksteel Citadel, and we'll pass. Yeah, Chalice is not good on any number against this opponent, so we're just going to try to save it for Fleshraker, hopefully. They do have the Temple to evoke Null Drifter. Yep. This is what we want. Hopefully, no more lands for like the rest of the game. Devour. Again, even this isn't very good. Let's play out Island and pass. They put Kozilek's Return in the yard. Really good value. Stomping Ground, untapped. Chrysalis. I mean, fortunately, their start isn't really that fast, but we have literally 5 blanks in hand. Ugin's Lab. So if we draw anything relevant, our hand will get better. We just need to find the payoffs. We have access to 6 Eldrazi mana. They rumble. Yeah, the only thing to put Chalice on would be 2, I guess, for rumbles. But then that would stop all our talismans, which I don't really want to do. They find Ugin's Lab. They put Worldbreaker in the yard too, so that's really good. So I guess this isn't, this isn't Eldrazi aggro, this is just Ramp. I'm not used to them playing Caverns. I thought we were the only ones playing Caverns. So they have access to 7 Eldrazi mana. Hopefully it's not a Worldbreaker. They can't cast that anyway, so is it Thought-Knot Seer? Oh, it's just hard cast Null Drifter, I'm assuming. We'll take like a draw step, I guess, but this is just terrible. So they get him for 5. We'll see if we draw anything relevant. We do not. Pretty unfortunate start, game 1. Against Eldrazi, we have the 4 Consigns. I'm going to take out All Is Dust, Chalice of the Void. We're going to Consign. Thought-Knot Seer comes in. Soul Guide can stay in for opposing Emrakuls. Devour is not the greatest. Even Ugin's not the greatest. Take out 1 Ugin for another Thought-Knot Seer. We'll try that. On the play for game 2. And we're going to keep this hand. We don't have anything for Ugin's Lab, but we'll eventually find something. We have Consign, Fleshraker. Pretty solid overall. Can actually go Temple into Saga, Fleshraker, Opal, Mindstone. We want Opal for the blue source too. Windswept Heath. That was a good start. They don't start on any soul lands. Devour. Wow, we find the 7-drop for Ugin's Lab. So let's do that. We can kind of play out everything. Go Fleshraker into Opal, make a spawn. And then we're just going to cycle the spawn with Mindstone. All right, our hand is almost officially empty. We still don't have Metalcraft, but probably going to Surveil here. They don't Surveil, they just get a breeding pool. And if their list is similar to our list, they're going to also be running consigns. So that checks out. We can't consign this. I don't know if we'd want to. Maybe we want to stop the ramp. Not sure. Hopefully looking for some more action. Darksteel Citadel. So the awkward part is we can play Darksteel, which will turn on Mox Opal. I think 1, 2, 3. So do we want to get Saga going or do we want to keep consign up is the question. I think I'm going to value the Opal. Because if they go K command kill Fleshraker, our plan's kind of, and I'm not sure, like, do we let Myco spawn through? It's hard to say. It also kind of looks like we're representing K command. Utopia Sprawl on Breeding Pool. I wonder if they name red for, they do name red. Do they have Kozilek's command? Rumble. Finding District, Forest, Rumble, Temple. They take the Temple, play the Temple, and they do nothing else. Shadow Spear. Fires a Saga. Now I kind of regret keeping this open, but it's okay. We can attack. I guess we could have equipped Shadow Spear to this. Shouldn't matter too much. Play Shadow Spear. Trigger Fleshraker. Yeah, it would have been an extra 2 damage. So if we lose by 2, that's on us. And I guess we'll just pass. So I guess what sucks is if we had played the Saga last turn, we'd have a huge construct with Shadow Spear. But then we would have regretted if they like K commanded. I don't know. Do they have the K command? K return, it looks like. Now they're casting something big. Just Myco spawn? Yeah. Alright, so we're definitely going to consign all of these. Because they're going to try to kill Saga. Oh, they're going to go for this. We still have to consign everything, I think. I'm going to cast with Replicate. Replicate twice. Alright, so consign all 3 of these, which is nice. I'm actually surprised they went for the Ugin's Lab. Unless they have like a way of getting rid of all of these. They still have 5 cards in hand. We have 0. We draw an island for turn. That's awful. So I guess we equip Fleshraker. We're just going to play out the island. Attack for 3. Then we're going to pass. We could crack Mind Stone, but then we'd only have 4 mana. And there's, I don't know. It could be worth it. But we still want to make a construct here. Then we'd only have 2 mana. So probably not. We just have to dodge something. Like, it's almost tempting to maybe let that go. Because now they're just going to like wreck us here. Another Myco spawn. So they go for the Saga. I guess this is like best case scenario. They do go for the Ugin's Lab. We'll return this. That's fine. I honestly think we're going to be short on damage from that too, which is kind of funny. We'll see. Because now they have like K command open to eat a construct. So let's make a construct. Put them down to 7. And draw Ugin's Lab. Make another construct. Trigger, trigger. Guess we get Soul God Lantern. Eat their creature. Yeah, this is Kozilek's command. It's kind of funny. We'll equip here. They're not F6, so I'm assuming they're just going to eat this construct. So I'm trying to think, like, if we attack here, they have to block this. I'm just going to attack like this, because they could block here and then eat this, and then we just lose everything. This plays around Kozilek's command, but it doesn't play around. So they could still live. And look at that, they're down, like, okay. See, now we're short damage. 1, 2, 3, 4. And sacrifice and draw a card. Oh, another land. Name Eldrazi. That's so funny that we actually do lose, potentially, because we missequenced. Alright, they have something big. We also tapped Mind Stone, which could have been another redraw this turn. And they have nothing. Alright. I want to go down 1 Devour for another Thought Knot. Drawing Devour sucks. Obviously, it's good in the opener, but... And we still have 9 7-drops, which is fine. Alright, we have double Consign. A little bit of Ramp. Let's try this. If we can draw a 7-drop for Ugin's Lab, that's probably the best thing. I feel like we can't throw this back, right? See if they lead off on like a heavy ramp hand. Put Emrakul under Ugin's Lab. Fleshraker. We're just going to go Island Go. Definitely need something for this Ugin's Lab. They have a nice setup here. Another Kozilek's command. I don't even think we can actually tap out for this. I'm just going to say go. Because we're going to have to consign this Kozilek's command if it is there. We'll counter it. Pretty telegraphed consign. Hopefully they have no other follow-ups. But with this start, it's going to be really tough. Oh, wow, nothing. Okay. Good for us. Unfortunately, we don't draw a 7-drop. We're going to play Ugin's Lab. I'm going to play the Talisman here, and then I'm going to pass. I'm going to play the Talisman because I want the ramp, I want the blue. Even though we're missing out on Fleshraker, Bauble, Go. They're not doing anything. They might be sitting on, like, colored spells. There's Talisman. They didn't have this last turn. So now it's like, do we counter this? I'm going to counter this. No lands for them. We draw the Temple, which is huge. We'll float the mana. We'll go get Mox Opal, play Temple, play Fleshraker, cast Bauble. 1, 2, 3. I think we Bauble them. Oh, well, they're drawing an Ugin's Lab. It's not a colored source, so that's really good for us. We can also trigger Fleshraker twice, end of their turn into our turn. We draw Thought Knots here. So we can do that, and then Thought Knots here them. Seems pretty good. They play the Ugin's Lab we knew about. Do they have anything underneath? World Breaker. Again, no colored... Oh no, this isn't turned on. It's kind of annoying. All right, we'll still do this for 2. Trigger Fleshraker. Island, consign. We'll go bottom, top, untap. Draw another Kozilek's command. Okay. So let's go. Let's attack first. Put them down to 14. This still doesn't tap for mana, but it's okay. We're just going to K-command a bunch. And we're going to leave up consign. X equals 5. Bottom. We draw another Fleshraker, so that's pretty solid. Bottom, bottom, bottom. So this is just going to be game here. 1, 2, 3. Cast another Fleshraker. And then we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. Cast Kozilek's command. Do the same thing again. Holding up consign this whole time. Trigger, trigger. Go bottom, bottom. Ping them for 1,000,000. And there you go. Fleshraker OP. Match 2 on the play. This is a close hand. It's not like the most... Oh, man. This hand's kind of medium. Chalice could be good. Mishra's a redraw. Kozilek's command solid with Temple. We'll try it in the blind. Again, not the most exciting, especially with Gemstone Caverns in hand. And you really don't want to play out these just to turn on Opal for mana. We'll just go Temple Go. You could probably throw this back. Like, Temple's... Like, this isn't very good. Commercial District, so it looks like another Eldrazi mirror. They keep a card on top, so Chalice isn't very good here either. Another Bauble. Go Island. I really just want to find Fleshraker for these. I think I'll just pass. Maybe K-command at the end of their turn. Maybe wait one more turn. Because it's like 3 more looks, 4 more looks to find one. Mesa. Oh, so this isn't the mirror. Mountain. Oh, it's Storm. Okay. Artist Talent, Grape Shot. Alright, so we're definitely going to K-command, put this Chalice on too. That just made things a lot easier. Another Chalice. Do we want 2 Chalices? Is that overkill? I think so. Draw Temple. Do that. Play Temple. 1, 2, 3, 4. Chalice on 2. Play Bauble. I think we have to kind of kill them a little quickly too. They're drawing a Mountain. So they can't cast Ral. They can't cast any of these cards in exile. We draw a Talisman, which cannot be cast either. I just want them to scoop. The whole hand should be shut off. Mountain. Grape Shot. I mean, I guess they can cast things and then cast Grape Shot. Oh my god, really? Alright, I guess we have no other choice but to kind of go in on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We just have to put the pressure on. We can't wait for Fleshraker. Because they can cast a bunch of spells at some point and then Grape Shot us with, what's it called? They shouldn't have anything. They could wish. Oh yeah, they could have wish for to get rid of Chalice. So we can't just like win. They could wish for a 1 mana spell. Or for a no, they can't even abrade this. They could wish for Prismatic Ending. Bauble. See what they're drawing. Oh, dude, are you kidding me? They're literally drawing the wish. I guess we should have played both Chalices out. That's so unfortunate. All right, at least we drew Kozilek's command. That is the saving grace, but they do get the wish. I guess we're going to K-command looking for a payoff. And that does turn on the talismans if they do it here, but... Oh, Static Prison. Okay. That's fine, I guess. They eat the Chalice. Opal's turned off. I think we have to try to, like, find some action here, though. Like, we can't just eat their graveyard. Oh, man. Ugin doesn't do it. We could, like... No, we don't have the mana for Ugin. I mean, we do, but it would just eat Static Prison, and then they just still pop off. Soul Guide. All of these are, like, decent. We're gonna put them down to 6. If we had instant speed stuff, then I'd consider taking Ugin. We do get to eat their graveyard, though. We're gonna keep the Soul Guide for sure. A bottom Null Drifter. Because even if we kill this, it just comes back on 0, so it's not very good. Actually hurts us worse. I'm gonna say bottom to all of these and just draw the Lantern. I want Fleshraker. Fleshraker, like, wins the game. All right, we draw another Ugin. I mean, I guess we cast the Ugin. 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we uptick to draw a card. But then we have, like, no mana. I just wish we drew Fleshraker. We'll attack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. Cast Ugin. Chalice on 0. Just hurts us. Do we just 0 and play out everything? Nah, let's plus. Draw the Null Drifter. Play Soul God Lantern. We'll eat their Grape Shot. The only other Grape Shot they have, they need Wish for, but they can, like, easily find it. They have 7 cards in hand. Man, I can't believe they drew the Wish. So sad. That's literally the only out they had. Like, 2 Wish in the top, like, 43 of their deck. So now they get to just go nuts here. Ritual. They find Wish, Wish, Mountain. Okay, those are bricks. Right now, at least. They don't have a cost reducer. Ren's Resolve. There's the cost reducer. Wow, they bricked hard this whole time. Now they just lose. They play the Foothills. So they think they can chump, but once we show them the Shadow Spear, they're just going to scoop. Play Shadow Spear. I guess we'll uptick. Jeez, another Talisman. Equip. Oh, they actually don't lose. All right, so this isn't actually game. They're going to go to 1, but then they can't crack Foothills, but it's not going to matter. I think we have to evoke Null Drifter, hoping to find something. Unfortunately, this has no target still. Find Emrakul. That's not going to be enough. Yeah, they're literally just going to win at 1. We actually shouldn't have destroyed the Static Prison, too. That was not a good play. There's no reason to do that. This costs 9 still. Yeah, we equip here, attack, put them to 1. Oh, that's so brutal. Let me just say go. So they have 5 cards in hand. Oh, wait. Oh, it doesn't matter. So they have to play Ruby Medallion and then just kind of pop off without their graveyard, which shouldn't be too hard. Ritual, Reckless Impulse. They do find the Ral. We just gotta hope they brick. Our draws were just like atrocious though. See if we get lucky. Yes, that was close. So against Storm, we want Warping Whale, Thought-Knot Seer, Soulless Jailer, Grafdigger's Cage. All his dusts can come out. Ugin can come out. Ugin's not the greatest here. If we want all of these, just like a lot of early interaction, it's going to suck because we're taking out like the top end, which makes Ugin's Labs worse. Shadow Spear, we should not need. Like Dismember's good against Ral, but they can obviously win without it. Consign, again, counters the Ruby Medallion, but I feel like I want Emrakul out. It's a little too slow. Chalice, this. It's like really tempting for these two. This is where I'm like trying to find room for it. You could easily get rid of like the Devours and stuff, but again, it makes sure Ugin's Labs worse, make sure Mulligan's a little worse. Maybe because we're putting this on 2, we can take out Mind Stone for Consign. We'll take out 3 2-drops and add in these. It's going to make it a little awkward because we're taking out some blue, but I think it should be okay. All right, game 2. This hand has Consign and Warping Whale. No fast mana. Urza Saga could be the turn 1 play to try to get a quick Grave Hate. I think we try it. On the draw, it's close. We don't have any fast mana, like I said, but it is what it is. We draw a Cavern of Souls. So let's start with a Saga and pass. I would love to hold up Consign for like a turn 2 Ruby, but hopefully Warping Whale does heavy lifting here. If they play a Ral, we can Warping Whale it. I think that's best case scenario, them playing Ral right here. Draw Talisman. All right, we'll go Darksteel, Talisman, Mox Opal, and then just pass. So we can hold up in both of these, which is nice. Rends Resolve into Ral. What if they just cast Ral? Probably Metamorphose first, I'd imagine. Oh, they play the fetch land. That's kind of annoying. Usually want them to like miss sequence there or something like that. Kind of bank on it. They should go Morphos first. Yeah, they do. Let's see if they can win on their turn 3, which should be pretty trivial for them. Valakut and Mountain, depending on what their hand looks like. They do play Ral into Valakut Awakening. Oh, Strike it Rich. All right, let's kill Ral here. Exile Ral. OG Warping Whale, baby. All right, now we're F6'd. Now we can do nothing. And it looks like they pass. All right, pretty good for us. Oh no, they silence us? Orm's Chant. That's fine. Then we'll just make a construct. Go get Soul Guide Lantern, Ether Strike it Rich, play Darksteel. We're gonna hold up Consign and Soul Guide Lantern. They do get to Valakut Awakening. That's what they do. They can kind of reset their whole hand here. They draw 2 cards, play their land for turn. No other plays is really nice. We draw a Mox Opal, which is not very nice. Let's attack. Putting them low helps also with the Ral triggers, if that's what they're relying on. Let's cast Thought-Knot. That lands. What's their hand look like? Oh, Pass in Flames, Pending. Interesting. So Pass in Flames is like a dead card because of Soul Guide Lantern. So let's take Pending, because that can eat our construct. We'll just pass. So they're actually dead if they draw nothing. I'm surprised they didn't Pending this now, but like maybe they were saving it for Soul Guide Lantern pop-off, probably. White mana. Don't tell me they drew another one. They drew another Pending off the top. Wow. Good for them. All right, they play them out in their hands. Ritual, Pass in Flames. What a top deck for them. All right, they cast Pass in Flames. We have to crack it in response. That's smart of them. Like, they're forced to do it. So we draw Temple for turn. They have a couple turns to draw out of this, which sucks. But any good top deck just can win them the game. Any Rends Resolve, Devour, attack, put them to 1. So now Ral is not an out for them. Eldrazi. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yeah. We'll just cast this as like an additional threat, just in case. I mean, the Consign's not really doing anything anyway. There's Rends Resolve. Ooh, all right. Gotta hope they brick. Reckless Impulse. Well, they can Pass in Flames and hit these 2, I guess. Or they can actually Orm's Chant. Oh no, they can Orm's Chant and they get an additional turn. Damn. Okay, so those are really good hits for them. They cast Piff, Ritual. I guess they're gonna cast all of these and then Pass in Flames and try to go for it. They have 4 looks. Damn, dude. Just needed to fade 1 turn. There's the Piff. They top decked Prismatic Ending into Rends Resolve, into another Rends Resolve, into Ral. So they could flip Ral. I kind of wish I held open I kind of wish I held, well, no, we can still consign the grape shot, at least the initial one. So this is going to come down to a coin flip here, 50-50. Did they win it? No, they won it. Oh, man. We could have consigned that. I totally zoned out there. All right, well, damn. So if we consigned that initial one, they would have had to flip one more time. Oh, that sucks. What'd they hit? Orange Chant. We can't cast anything. Oh, that's brutal. Yeah, they cast Wish. They go get Grape Shot. Man, so close. All right, do we want to make any changes? I don't think so. That's brutal, man. All right, let's just run it back. Literally came down to a coin flip like 5 times that game. But we definitely should have consigned the Ral trigger. I just like clicked through that too quickly. So Chalice on 1 does stop their Orange Chance. And they're going to have like 4 of those. But it also stops these. So I don't know. All right, on the play for game 3. We have the Chalice, we have Urza Saga, but like nothing else. And we don't have anything for the Ugin's Labs. Maybe got a mulligan. I will keep this. We have Triple Temple. We have Devour for looking. Consign is probably the weakest card here. Urza Saga could be good on turn 1 to start digging. We'll keep, probably put back a Temple. Hoping to find a blue source at some point. Hopefully it's relevant. We find Chalice, but it sucks because they have pendings and stuff too. I do think we take the Chalice. Start with an Urza Saga. Pending's really annoying, but I mean, they don't always have it. Just go Temple, pass. We're going to look to, I guess, Chalice on 2 next turn. They put a pending in the yard, so that makes me even less likely to want this. If they do that, they 100% have another pending. But also, we're going to get something here. Pyretic Ritual. We don't have the blue source either. Ritual. No, we just dead. Yeah, we're probably just dead. Turn 2. I mean, it's a rough matchup. Like, we don't get to put Chalice on 2 that quickly. We don't have consign blue mana up for this. If they just go Row, they can do the same thing. If they have the pending, they can stop us. Like, they have a lot of game here. If we did have the Ugin's Labs for Devour, that would have been nice. They're probably playing around Warping Whale. Wish. Like, we could whale this. Blood Moon. Damn. Okay. We can't even play around their graveyard right now. We just have to dig for something else. There's the Warping Whale. God. You don't see this too often. Maybe that's why they binned pending, because they wanted to go get that. We draw another consign, which is pretty brutal. Play this out. Bubble them. Of course, they're drawing Ral. We draw another Chalice. Insult to injury. We have 2 1-drops and then 2 Chalices that we don't want to put on 1. They're going to play Ral. Oh, Valakut Awakening. To draw 2? They can discard all their white spells, so they get rid of everything. They draw 3. Well, that sucks. All right, we'll just pass. I want to land to put Chalice on 2, ideally. But now they just get to, like, win here. If we drew the land for Chalice on 2, I think it would be fine. Yeah, like, that would have been so good. Land? Damn, dude. So unlucky. All right. Looks like they're not doing anything either. Land, please. All right, that's something. Cast Opal. Now we got to survive this turn, and then we can put Chalice on 2. I guess they're breaking 2, so we can't complain too much. So do we Thought Knot Seer first, or do we Chalice? I feel like they're holding... Well, they don't have any white. There's a Saga, dead draw. Let's just put Chalice on 2. They cast Ritual, put it in the yard. Doesn't really do much. We do have Consign up. They find a Wish. They lose the flip. What are they going to wish for here? Oh, it's just going to be Pass and Flames, right? But then they can't cast the 2-drops. So I don't know. Maybe like Dragonstorm card if they have it. If we do draw a land, I'm just going to slam Chalice on 2 again. Right now, Piff costs 1 mana, but then they can't do anything else. They could Valakut Awakening for 1 mana, but they only have 1 card in hand. All right, they do Pass and Flames. They lose the flip. They can wish again. This Blood Moon's saving us. All right, they do wish again. They win the flip. Do they want to even flip it? They do. This gives us 3 turns to find something. Empty the Warrens. All right, we're going to counter that. They get 2 goblins. Thought Knot Seer. At least this blocks the pending that they have stranded in their hand. That's so funny. All right, they plus Ral. What sucks is that I think what they should do is just Piff this turn, go off with Empty again, because we're tapped out, and then we just lose. Piff costs 3 mana. Oh, then they only have, but then Empty costs 1 mana. So they can make 6 goblins, maybe 6 or 8. Yeah, it looks like, because they can just cast things into Chalice. Oh, they Valakut Awakening. I love a land. Ritual. Yeah, they're still going to cast Empty. Yeah, it's turn 8, and we've drawn, I guess, technically 4 lands. So it's not like the most absurd, but still. If we had a land, we could have consigned that, and we'd be in a good spot. Fleshraker. Bad Fleshraker. Yeah, pretty, like, anticlimactic game. Just no one's really doing anything, and our hand just sucks. It's funny, too, because Blood Moon saved them, but also hurt them. They down tick. Okay. Yeah, we're just going to lose to this. They get in for 10. We draw a land, but it's a little late. Damn. Unfortunate. Match 3 on the play. So this is a weird hand. This could be anything. We have Ugin's Lab with Devour. It's a lot of ramp. We can search for something. I'm going to try it. On the play, in the blind, seems to be my my go-to here. Because we can go Ugin's Lab into Talisman, pass, find a payoff here, Real Devours, see if we can find a payoff in the top 8 cards. Should be pretty easy. Okay, we did. So now it's between K-Command and Fleshraker. What do we want? My first thought is K-Command just because it's so flexible. I think we have to do that. Take K-Command. All these are really good though. Put Devour underneath. But knowing what we're up against, maybe Chalice is good. Yeah, say Chalice on 1. We do have all those dust, which is nice. K-Command's also really nice against them. Play this. 1, 2, 3. We could play Talisman out and then do nothing. I'm just going to play Talisman out. I don't think we have to K-Command this turn. We don't have to be like that quick to all those dust everything. I kind of want them to overextend. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we can slow them down with this and then wipe them out with this. They get them for 1. They don't attack. Don't know why they didn't attack. They get a Forest. Utopia Sprawl. Interesting. So this isn't what we thought it was. Bauble. Not a good draw. All right, we're just going to pass. We're going to hold this Bauble for a Fleshraker, I guess. And then we'll probably make spawn Scry. Sucks missing that land drop. I play Yavimaya Cradle. So this is like Selesnya. Oh, Brood Scale. Okay, I dig it. They get him for 1. So already exiled another Kozak's Command. They have 3 cards and they're holding up 2 mana. I think I'm still going to just value my own plan, even though all his dust doesn't hit Brood Scale. Oh, okay. I think I want all of these. We could just lose if they have the combo though, which sucks. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Man, I kind of want, actually, no, let's just do this. 5, 7. We're going to slow down their mana enough to where it's fine. We'll eat this first. They adapt. Okay. Just hoping they don't have the win here. We'll 0, cast Fleshraker, eat their Guide of Souls. Because they could just make infinite mana if they have it. We will Bauble. This has no triggers or no targets, but it's okay. See if we can fade something for a turn or 2. See what they're drawing. Oh, it's Spike Feeder. Okay, that makes more sense. We draw another Fleshraker. Oh yeah, we knew about the Fleshraker. That's right. Can they just win here if they have, what's his name? They attack Ugin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll chump. They play Spike Feeder out. They just pass. Draw Temple. Pretty solid. Let's plus. Probably should have plus before playing the land, but it's okay. Talisman. Let's play out another Fleshraker. Eat Spike Feeder. I'm just going to sack it to gain a bunch of life. But getting this off is very important for the combo. They do gain a bunch, but now we get to cast this. This is no targets, unfortunately. This just pings them a bunch. We'll attack. They can still just like win out of nowhere too, which is the scary part because none of these cards do anything right now. If we had a Kozak's Command, that would be ideal, so we could trigger this on instant speed. They get a Lush Portico. We don't want them to keep anything on top. Okay, they put a land in the yard. That's good. Just gotta hope they brick. They could be sitting on like Walking Ballista in hand also. They shock in Temple Garden. That's not good. Oh no, they have the Heliod. Do they have everything? And the Spike Feeder. No cards in hand. So I think they make this infinitely big, but that doesn't win the game. Oh, they just gain infinite life. Okay, that's not gonna win them the game here. Because we can just ultimate Ugin. This is fine. Especially on Moto, this isn't like the best strategy. This is why this deck's not really played online much. Even in person, if we were just like, okay, you have an infinite life. And that's why they're just stopping at 33. So our win con is Ugin, which is fine. We just get to cast Devour and eat their whole board, and they probably scoop to that. Null Drifter. Island. Let's cast this so that way we can get rid of their entire board. Cast Devour. Trigger, get rid of this. Trigger, get rid of this. That's crazy. Devour is just exiled 2 of your things. Make a bunch of Fleshraker triggers. See how much time they want to spend on gaining life. That's the question. Oh, they don't have the mana. Oh wait, can they? No, never mind. Doesn't matter. Or does it? They're putting it on Brood Scale. All right, so they just pump up Brood Scale to a 5/5. Oh, they make spawn. Okay. So those are chump blockers at least. 1, this is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Cast Null Drifter. Draw 2 more cards. Nothing to exile with Ugin, but it's okay. Just ping them for a bunch. Don't draw anything relevant. Attack with these 2. They have 0 cards in hand. We get the ultimate Ugin next turn, which should win the game. There we go. Awesome. All right, so against this deck, we want Dismembers, Thought-Knot Seers, Warping Whale. Is Warping Whale good? Warping Whale can kill Spike Feeder if they go to remove a counter. Doesn't do anything with Brood Scale though. All his dust could be good. Needle's good. What's not good? Yeah, we're not sure exactly what's in their deck. Maybe Chalice is out. Soul Guide out. We want all this. Needle can name Heliod. Maybe Shadow Spear out. Consign's decent because it can counter Ballista and Brood Scale. And we just want like a lot of things. 61 cards, I don't even know. This is like a rogue deck, so it's hard to board in against them. But you just want the hand disruption, you want the removal pretty much. This is fine. We have the removal here. We have Devour to find another land drop because this is a one lander, but we can go turn 1 Talisman. Reveal Devour. See what kind of hand they kept. So our best draws are Temple and Ugin's Lab. They start with a Lush Portico. They bin an Enduring Innocence. We find the Temple. Love it. Start with Ugin's Lab, Devour. Not sure what kind of Tron hate they have, but we'll start like that. Next turn we can actually go... No, we can't go double Fleshraker, I was going to say. Unless we find a 0-drop. But we might just go Temple, Kozilek's Command, hold that up. Utopia Sprawl and white into Guide of Souls. Okay. Darksteel. Eldrazi Temple. So how greedy do we want to be? We can go Fleshraker pass, and then Darksteel Citadel, Fleshraker, Kozilek's Command. I don't think we're close to being dead. I think I'm going to play it safe. I'm not sure if this is correct. Because they can just win on the spot. Again, we don't know exactly what's in their deck. They attack with Guide of Souls, and they just pass. Alright, I guess we'll just do our thing. Looking for more Kozilek's Commands. There we go. Wow, this is beautiful. So how do we want to do this? We want all of these cards, right? Well, maybe not Opal. I mean, Opal triggers Fleshraker, so maybe that's good. But we're going to play Darksteel 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Or no, we're going to play Fleshraker, so 3. Yeah, so let's just go top, play Darksteel. We'll just hold up Kozilek's Command. We want to play all these out. Play Fleshraker, play Fleshraker. Then we'll play Opal, hold up Kozilek's Command, and then I don't think we can lose from there. And we do have Metalcraft, which is sweet. This is what the opponent should be doing. 6, 7, X equals 5. So when we cast this, we put them to 10. Yeah, this is just lethal. We'll just do this again. Assuming they have nothing, but they also haven't like done anything with all these triggers. Put them to 10. I'm sorry, put them to 8. It would be 10 if there was only 1. Wow, we're turn 3ing here with double Fleshraker, Kozilek's Command. Okay, Jesus. All right, bottom, 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 top. They're dead, but we can still just, that's how we would stack it. They have interaction. What is this? Coco. All right, well, we have a Kozilek's Command in hand, so we just get to do it again in response to anything. We should have just done it in response to this Kozilek's Command, actually. Yeah, that sucks. Okay, well, we get to beat out the champion, at least. Exile, make spawn. Yeah, we should have done this in response to avoid all this. Let's do it again. So we get to exile this. They're going to gain some life from the initial ones, but it should be okay. They only lose 1 instead of 2. Exile. I think this is lethal, right? Let's see. I'm glad we're not doing this in paper, because this would suck in paper. But yeah, we definitely should have just won if we cast that in response. Crazy stack. Okay. We still win. All good. Who would have thought triple Kozilek's Command with double Fleshraker just gets the job done. All right, match 4 on the draw, and this hand is not very good. No fast mana. Meh. We're going to mulligan. Oh, this hand is awful. And by awful, I mean... We put back a Mox Opal, we go Darksteel, Opal, Bauble, Talisman, go. All right, not going to go to 5. We have the payoff. Let's go for it. This is like a breach hand. I just go Delta, go. Null Drifter, there we go, paid off. Bauble, Opal. I would love it if they countered this. Talisman, okay. Null Drifter will help refuel looking for lands also. We're up against Frog, which is pretty annoying. I'd love a Chalice on 1. Oh, they Thoughtseize us, that's gross. So they're going to take Null Drifter, unfortunately. And then our hand is just terrible. They take the Null Drifter. Damn, we really needed to avoid that. Preordain, very fortunate Thoughtseize for them. Top. Well, Bauble, Frog, makes sense. Lands, please. Not a land. All right. We do get to Kozilek's Command their Frog, hoping they don't also have a Force of Negation in addition to everything else. There's a Frog. Otherwise, these are amazing, but if we had lands. So we'll go to our turn. Saga, good pickup. We are going to exile, make spawn. Please no Force Negation. Don't always have it. Don't always have it. No Spell Pierce either. Okay. Put a land in the yard. They did not have it. Very lucky for us. Consider. You love when they consider main phase. They keep it on top and they draw it. So we're assuming this is counterspell. We're just going to chill. We have a construct. Oh, what is this? They went to cast something and then they stopped. I don't know what that means. Fleshraker. All right, we're just going to pass. I'm not going to play into any counter spells, and if they have something else end of turn, good for them. Bowmasters, okay. Makes sense. They ping us. If they're sitting on pushes, that's fine, because then we can have Fleshraker live. Tameo, kind of annoying. And to consider. Draw the land. They crack. We could kill Tameo in response to that. They're gonna get an island here probably. Oh no, Water Grave. Okay. What is this? Another Bowmasters? Oh, which is gonna be a giant Murktide. That's fine. So could make constructs. I'm just going to end of turn, Kozilek's command, scry draw, make spawn. And then next turn we can go nuts. Find an all is dust also. Mindstone, no. Opal, no. Do we want the land? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No. I guess we'll take the land. It does trigger Bowmasters. They ping us. Draw Devour. We'll float. I did plan on making constructs, but not anymore. Shadow Spear. Take Soul Guide. Ether Bowmasters. Island. Tap like this. Chaos Trigger. We'll eat Murktide. I do have the Force. Okay. Man, they were saving that for a while. Play that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Maybe we shouldn't have played that out. That's my bad then. I was planning on casting the Fleshraker that turn. That's my fault. Crack. Are they attack with everything? We'll take it. Probably going to draw with this. Looking for a land. Bowmasters. They ping us again. Draw Devour. Not good. Chalice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're just one short. Cast Fleshraker. This can at least block Bowmasters if nothing else. And I'm trying to think if I want to put this on. I don't think so. I don't think I want to put it on 0. I was thinking if I wanted to trigger this immediately. I crack a clue. Man, I can't believe they were sitting on that force for so long. Alright, they attack like that. We take it. If they crack a clue main phase, they don't. Island. Alright, we're gonna just slam these Devours. Guess we eat the Tameo. Assuming they have a counterspell for this Devour, though. They do. Okay. Just chilling. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we just need another land. Oh, man. No, what a timely Thoughtseize. Okay, now we need action. Their Thoughtseizes have been, like, insane this game. And a Frog. Yeah, I mean, if they're going to top deck this well, then we are not going to win the game. Into Murktide? Jesus, dude. Yeah, good for them. Nothing we can do about this. Kind of regret putting that All is Dust away. We draw a Chalice. Yeah, I guess we should have kept the All is Dust. I thought we were, like, good to go. Alright, so against Murktide, we want Thought-Knot Seers, Dismembers. Chalice on 1 is solid. Everything's pretty solid. Just got a little unlucky there. We want this. Maybe we don't need All is Dust. Board out some Talismans. Maybe like a Mox and a Bauble and try that. Alright, on the play for game 2. We'll keep this. We have Devour, Temple, and we know they're going to have at least 4 consigns plus Harbinger and everything like that, so we'll see if they have it. K command. Do we want another one? Yeah, why not? Play Temple, pass. Talismans are actually good to keep in also because of Harbinger, so maybe we should keep some in, but we have 4. It's not like we board it out a lot. They just go Darkslick Shores, go Darksteel Citadel, just pass. We want them to tap out 4 Frog, and then they just force something. They just go Island, pass. We draw the Island. We're just going to chill. We have these 2 K commands, Flooded Strand. End of turn, we will K command. Get a consign or a counterspell out of their hand. Most likely a counterspell would be my guess. Bowmasters. Not expecting that. Not expecting this to even still be in their deck. Definitely want Saga. Do we want Chalice on 1? Top. Does make things awkward for them. See if they ping a token this time. They do. Play Saga. Let's go Chalice on 1. See if we can bait out the consign. If not, then we get the Thought-Knot Seer them. They crack. I would love for them to consign this. Unless they're just going to surveil. They get the Island. Spell Snare. Play Thought-Knot. Not really expecting Spell Snare to still be in their deck too. What did they... I don't even know what they boarded out. Counterspell. Force Negation. Let's take Counterspell. Their hand is 2 lands. Watergrave, Force Negation, Mystery card. So we're just going to chill on this until we know that we can cast that. We also have Saga going, so we're totally fine with that. Play land. 1, 2. Play Talisman. Yeah, we can just chill. Well, let's attack actually. Get them for 4. So unless they draw like Harbinger or something. Alright, they do nothing. We just don't play into Force Negation, we're good. No attacks. Make a construct. Make another construct. We do draw the Fleshraker too, which is nice. Shadow Spear or this. Let's take... Do we want the mana? Do we even need the mana? I don't think so. I think we're so far ahead. We can just make it so that their graveyard's irrelevant. Let's attack. I guess we still have Kozilek's command up if they do anything. Because I was going to say we could go Fleshraker Bauble. Play Fleshraker out. Cast Bauble. And then just pass. But yeah, it could be right to hold up Kozilek's command. Another Bowmasters. They ping us. It could have also been right to get the Shadow Spear for trample. So they can't just chump. So they're probably going to play Watergrave tapped. Oh, they shock it in. What does that mean? Cast Mox Opal. What does shocking in here do? Okay, they just scoop. Yeah, I don't know what they have. I guess we just run it back. So we need Sagas, we need Fleshrakers, Thought-Knot Seers. And this hand is a lot of stuff. Turn 1, Chalice on 1. I'm going to try it. I could be wrong. Maybe it forces them to counter it, and then we have another one for backup. Probably best case scenario that they either snare it, force it. Hopefully they just like surveil here and let it go. And not just like island. This also stops Thoughtseize. But they would have Thoughtseize turn 1, right? They consign it. That's really good for us. Wasting a consign there. Go Mindstone. Let's go Temple, Talisman. Oh, geez. Did not expect them to spell snare that. They must have just drawn that for turn. All right, we'll just pass. Now they get to surveil. They must have like Harbinger in hand maybe if they're going to like aggressively counter that. I guess not. Kozilek's command. Try again. Chalice on 1. Third counterspell. Hardcast Force. Yeah. Into Frog. Dismember. All right, let's just cast, I guess, all our stuff. Let's dismember this now. See if they have another Force of Negation. I would love it if they force this. Consider. They do not. It's tempting to main phase K command there. They do nothing. We do have this Emrakul chilling. Probably should have just done that, honestly, because now we're going to do this, and they're just going to, like, counter it, maybe. Yeah, we probably should have main phased this while they were tapped out. Bowmasters, okay. Man, they always have the Bowmasters, huh? Ooh, these are great hits. Top. See if they ping a spawn, probably. They do. Cloud Fleshraker. And I guess we'll chill. We have this Emrakul in the graveyard. I mean, under Ugin's lab. As long as they don't have, like, a Harbinger. Okay, Murktide's fine. Do this for 2 or 3, 4, 5, 6. Gonna untap. We know we're drawing Null Drifter. Let's see if this even resolves. Trigger Fleshraker. Hoping they don't have the counterspell. Wow, okay. What do they have? They're sitting on 2 mana. Bottom. What do we want to draw? Probably Thought-Knot Seer, maybe? I don't know. Something to kill this. We do have the Emrakul still. Kind of want to see what's in their hand. Let's go bottom. Like, if they're not countering any of these, they don't have Consign or Counterspell. They ping their own boat. I don't know what they're doing. So they go down to 8. I mean, I guess we could cast Null Drifter too. I just kind of want to see what they're doing. They probably have like a Harbinger in hand and they don't want to take themselves off black, maybe? Put them to 6. Fatal Push. Can't activate Fatal Push somehow? I don't know. All right, we'll pass. Their hand's Otawara, Mystery card. Can they kill us? I feel like they can't attack or else they get attacked here, trigger. Or do they have to attack? Do we care about this? I'm going to say no. What is this attack? We're just not going to block and hopefully that's the right move. I don't know why they attacked with this. All right. Wait, where's the other Fleshraker? Did we put that like too low? Maybe we messed that up. I thought we put that. We can return Emrakul. Play this Ugin's Lab. Play Null Drifter. Or under Null Drifter. This costs how much? 7, 8, 9, 10. Thought it would cost a lot less. I guess our graveyard sucks. Target them. Hopefully they didn't top deck Consign. Okay. We've been really sad about that. I mean, I guess we attack with both. Do they have like Bowmasters again? They do have Otawara, so they can bounce this. Oh, are we just... Okay, they didn't Otawara, fortunately. Oh, that's huge, actually. I wonder if we were just dead if they bounce this. Well, yeah, I think we're dead if they bounce that. Okay, they drew Harbinger. Yeah, I think we messed up, actually. So we should have not taken the damage here, maybe. No, because then we couldn't have cast Emrakul. So if they end of turn bounce Emrakul with Otawara, we can't do anything. They untap and kill us. I don't even know. I'm trying to think if there was a better way. Was there any way we could have won other than this? I'm not sure. You guys let me know. All right, so that was Colorless Eldrazi featuring the new Ugin, Eye of the Storms. Unfortunately, Moto crashed during the 5th game, so we didn't get to record that match. So other than losing tough games to combo decks, I thought this deck felt very powerful. We really did get to show off how good Glaring Fleshraker is, and then Ugin was just a house, like we expected. I think moving forward with this list, you could maybe go up to a set of Ugin. I wanted to try 3 in this list because you definitely want to draw the card you're testing. Before might have been too overboard. I think 3 or 4 is the sweet spot in this deck. Chalice of the Void could maybe go to the sideboard. I wasn't very impressed with it, and it doesn't hit too many things in the meta. There's not that many decks where Chalice on 0 is amazing, and that can hurt our deck. And then Chalice on 1, maybe against like Energy, could be good, but there could be better cards. But that'll do it for me. Thank you so much for watching this Eldrazi video. If you enjoyed the video and want to see more Eldrazi content, make sure to hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you next time. Peace.